Welcome back to the JagCorner. I'm Will Thorup, a BitJag developer and artist, and today we're going to play some more Battlemorph. Hope everybody had a good holiday, good Christmas if that's what you celebrated, and I hope you're looking forward to the new year. I know I am. Planning on doing some get-togethers with family then, and yeah, looking forward to the new year. It's going to be, I'm hoping that the next year will be better than this year in a lot of ways, but anyways, is this your first time here at the JagCorner? We play and we talk about games for the Jag specifically, but we also do a little bit of homebrew development here. I do program games for the Atari Jaguar. I also have a sibling helps me out with that. He hasn't been on the streams in a while. Geographically we're a lot more separated than we used to be, so it's a bit harder to do that. But yeah, so maybe he'll be back in the future. We'll see. Anyways, back to Battlemorph. And I did this the last time I was on. Let me cut over to it. But this is the third episode, I believe, for Battlemorph. And so we're making our way through it. I have no idea how far I am through it. I have beaten this game a long time ago, but I honestly don't remember most of it. And so it's been good to go through it again. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty good game. If you do have a Jaguar CD, it's definitely a game you want to have for a couple reasons. It's a good game. And the second reason is you can get a legitimate copy of it, brand new. Songbird Productions, they produce brand new CDs of this. And for the first time, you can also get the soundtrack. Let me see if I can spot that. I think it says all-in bundle for $80. So you get the soundtrack. Has a new overlay, nice box. The manual's been revised. It's basically the same manual, except now it's full color and it's in a vertical format. Let me show you the box. Yeah, the soundtrack. I have that. So, don't know if you can see this. Let me. Got the soundtrack and the box. It's pretty good. And I don't know if I've shown the manual yet. There's the back. Got that classic cat scratch on the back. And then this game's glorious artwork. Very good artwork. I wish I would like to see these in person one day. I wish I knew who owned them. It'd be cool to see the it's obviously really good paint and airbrush work. It's very well done. But let me see if I can find a good. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, full color manual. I believe Carl over at Songbird said it's pretty much the same manual as the original, except now it's full color, which is awesome. It's very, very nice looking package. The game is a lot of fun to play. Has a great soundtrack. It's not quite as, in my opinion, my subjective opinion, not quite as good as Tempest 2000, but it is still really good. $26. Yeah, no, there was a time, Kraz Productions, thanks for joining, by the way, where you could get this game without a box, but with the Digipack with CD, you could get it for $16, like $10 to $16. I think I picked up a few copies too, because it's the copy I grew up with when I was younger. There was a problem. There was some sort of problem, like with one of the full motion videos, the FMVs, where you get there and it just wouldn't go on. I think it was actually at the end of the game. One of my brothers would be able to tell me this, because I believe they got to the end of the game and it would crash. So, anyways, but I did pick up another copy, and I think that's why I played through it again, is I wanted to make sure that the copy I had would work. It didn't have that same problem as that first copy we had. Anyways, there's not much more to talk about. I did say last time I was going to stream twice. The holidays hit, though. I got more busy than I thought I would be, and so I had to skip last Wednesday's stream, if I remember right. Yeah, Wednesdays, which I was going to do more Battlemorph anyways, and this week I'm going to do Battlemorph today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do, we're going to do some more development. I'm going to jump back onto that mini game that we're doing for Crescent Memories, which is, it's a pretty basic arcade game. I'm actually, compared to last time, I've made quite a bit of progress on the menu system, at least, and I've thought of a few more things I may want to do, some more mini games, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. It's going to give me an opportunity to play with some different gameplay types, which is good. I just don't know if I want to spend the time doing it on the game, and so I'm juggling that in my head right now. Been collecting for the Jag all year long. Still got a ways to go. Have about 16 games I'm on the hunt for, including a few homebrews in that list. Baldi's and Iron Soldier CD are the only ones I need for CD. Gave up on Brain Dead. Yeah, Brain Dead is a hard one to find. I think I have a couple copies of that, and one of the copies doesn't have a box, and the CD is scratched to death. I can try to go get it resurfaced. I've had some bad experiences with resurfacing CDs, and so I'd rather just not even touch it. And then I did get another copy of Brain Dead 13, but it was expensive, and that was like 5 or 6 years ago. It was expensive. I actually haven't been tracking the cost of that game since things have been inflating with Jag prices. I imagine it's probably well over the $200 mark now. Play Brain Dead on 3DO, found out I didn't like it, so I'll leave that one to the hardcore collectors. Yeah, it's not that good of a game, especially compared to Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. I love Space Ace. That's one of my favorite games. Yeah, Space Ace is really good. But Brain Dead 13, the video quality is really bad on the Jag. I don't know what it's like on the 3DO, and I assume that they did a PC release as well, but 224 starting bid, man. Yeah, so my limit with collecting. So my siblings purchased the Jaguar back in the 90s when it first came out, and it was quickly abandoned within a few years, but we kept it around the house. I left the country for a few years, and I got nostalgic while I was out there, and I told my parents, hey, don't throw this away. And so I had him keep it, and that's kind of where I decided, I'm going to stick with the Jag for a while. And so I came back here to the States, and started collecting for the Jag and a bunch of other systems. Since then, I pretty much only collect for the Jag and the Atari Lynx now. Anything else that I have in my collection is directly associated with my nostalgia. So I don't collect anything that I don't have memories or some sort of fondness for. But yeah, it's when I was back to my point about prices. So about 2010, I started collecting specifically for the Jag. We already had like 20 or 30 games, and so since then I've completed the official collection, I believe, as far as I know. I need to go check. I need to go do an inventory and audit on my collection. I'm pretty sure I have everything except for a few minor items like some overlays, controller overlays, and maybe a manual or two. This is why I need to do an audit. I have mentioned before that I'm looking for just a box for Wolfenstein. Not a box copy of Wolfenstein, just the box. Which I've never seen just the boxes come up, which is unusual because for a lot of other Jag games, there are just boxes, like official, like extra boxes. But not for Wolfenstein, which makes me believe that it's... they only did one run of it or something. 3DO is alright. I like the 3DO a lot, actually, but I can live without Brain Dead. No hate, though. Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible game. It's just, compared to what else was available at the time, it's definitely, you're not missing out on much by skipping it. I do like the box art, though. It has some pretty cool box art. It's that solid yellow with what's his name, Fritz or something on the front. It's with the chainsaw and all the different weapons that he kills you throughout the game. Have the overlay and cart came sealed, no box. Weird. Never thought of it. Yeah, and my guess is they did one run of boxes. and there was only so many of those, and they did more cartridges, and so they there were more cartridges than boxes, and now the game, if you want a copy, I'm pretty sure it's well over $100 now. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Brain Dead 13. It's an interesting game. It's I played it again not too long ago. Didn't beat it. Had no interest in beating it. There is definitely some entertainment, some slapstick comedy, macabre slapstick comedy humor to the many ways you can die. That's about as good as it gets. But you know, Dragon's Lair and Space Ace were kind of that way. Space Ace, I think, was a little less so. The deaths in that were less comic. They felt more gruesome than comical. Especially compared to Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair kind of still had a comical edge. There were some deaths that just felt like it was a little uncomfortable. But anyways, let's get started. Like I said before, I'm not sure how far I am in this game. Turn the volume up here. There we go. Yeah, my memory track is still working, thank goodness. So last time we finished up one cluster. I can't remember what it was called. And so my goal here, and that's the reason why I started a little bit earlier today, is to get through another cluster. Sutherland's navigation system is low on power. Go down to the planet surface and activate the Stella power line. What's interesting about this game is somebody spent a lot of time with names. They went through and made sure everything had its own name.
Cruise bombs. Decoy.
Mines. Okay, we're reactivating the shield, which means we probably have to collect some batteries and then fly them to these dome things. Oh, let's watch the launch sequence. You know, if it weren't for the, to me, seems obviously fake Irish, like Sean Connery accent, the FMVs would be really cool. I love how this game looks, though. Very good looking game. I don't think we can blow that up. Let's go look at this clue. Follow the yellow road. Oh, we're in Oz, I see. Oh, I hate these things. Oh, good. He's just gonna. Oh, whoops. There we go. Grab some missiles. Those are far more useful. Oh yeah. Follow the yellow road. Oh gosh, I don't like these suicide guys. They are far more aggressive than they were in Cybermorph. They seem harder to hit too. Or maybe I'm just getting worse. I do like the music in this one though. Gotcha. Oh, there's the key that we're looking for. I need to get some health. I'm not gonna last very long here without some. Ow. What did she say? Nexus key? That's a cool name. Hate these guys. Always stealing my stuff. I'm gonna lose everything. Darn it! Let me guess, they can go through that barrier and I can't. Oh no, they can't. That's good. I should probably just give up. I'm gonna need that stuff though. There we go. There's my mines. I actually haven't tried out mines. I have no idea how useful they actually are. There we go. Let's see if I can do it without hitting the barrier. I think the barrier can actually kill you. Let's look at this other clue. Follow the yellow road. Seems like each level only has one clue. There we go. Kill some of these squid creatures. Native inhabitants. There we go. Pull this battery out. Okay, we should be able to get past that barrier now. Kind of killing these guys in case they drop health. Because I do need health. There we go. I blow up this stone. Oh yeah, of course. It has one of these sticky guys in it. So, and that was a waste of time. There we go. Water. More missiles. We definitely need more of those. Yeah. Just wonder if there's a secret down here. It is a really cool mechanic to go under the water like that. Okay, this is that. Got you. Oh, there's something bouncing over here. Okay, there's our thing. Okay, got that. Okay, let's retrace our steps back along. Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's that new, we blew up a hangar in an earlier level that had a bunch of those ships on it. Start introducing new enemies, it looks like. Okay, so we sidetracked here, around here somewhere. I'm gonna go see if we can blow this thing up. Gotcha. Let's follow this gray road. Oh, that was a lucky shot. And I think in order to get new weapons... Hey, dataset user. Good to see you. Hey, Lee. Haven't seen you in a while. Maybe you haven't gone to bed yet, or you haven't gone to work yet. So, it's a turbo sub on the links that has the underwater element in the game. You know, I have a copy of Turbo Sub, which I got recently. I picked up a lot of Link stuff. And I had never played Turbo Sub before, so I am not entirely sure. Actually, like the music of the game. And shooting actually sounds like the sound Cylon Raiders from Battlestar Galactica. The sound Cylon Raiders made from Battlestar Galactica. Oh, really? I haven't seen Battlestar Galactica in a long time. I haven't seen the new series either. I've heard the new series is really good. Is that going to change? What I need is more drones. It doesn't look like it's going to change. I'm kind of lost now. Let's go this way. This is where we came from. I'm going to just follow the yellow brick road. Maybe all I needed to do is drop the battery in there. Go see. There it is. Just drop the battery in. That. What did that do for us? Oh, that was it. Okay. I was watching this on their Atari VCS. Oh yeah! That's awesome that you're watching on the VCS. Off till the 11th of January. Awesome. That's cool. That's a nice break. So Kraz, while you answer that question, is anybody actually using... well, maybe I should say is, are you using the VCS operating system, or do you have Linux on your Atari VCS? Because right now, I use my VCS as a media box, so I have emulation on it, but I also have all my movies and stuff, but... I do not use the VCS OS. Right now I'm running Kubuntu on it, actually. I could have used that earlier.
Rapid fire.
A little late there, Skylar. She takes her time on announcing things, which is kind of nice because before she was just always talking. Made the game very unenjoyable. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh, there's an extra life. Oh, what? Oh, there he is. Gotcha. Cool.
Extra ship.
I used the Chrome app for the majority of the year, and only I recently started the external hard drive emulation, photography, and video editing. Cool. It's cool that you're doing video editing on it. You know, I really like my VCS too. I like the so I have my Atari ST emulator running on the VCS, and I love the original I got it right here. I love their classic controller. I think that's what it's called. Very cool. And it feels great with ST games, like older games that require just to stick in a button and play. Very good. And their Xbox 360 controller isn't that bad either. It's not the best controller. I prefer... I have a 8-bit... what's it called? 8-bit DOE? I have one of those controllers, and those are... That's been one of my favorite controllers, dual-stick controllers ever. It's really good. And I don't even use all of its functionality. From what I understand, if you're running the desktop app, you couldn't set up macros and things on the controller. You could do all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, the Atari VCS is a nice little system. I actually use it, so I do a lot of 3D rendering for my job. I'm a motion graphics artist, and I have a little render farm here at home when I need to do some rendering in Blender. And I have it hooked up as a node, and so I have it doing just sitting there rendering frames on my network. So it's done a lot of work for me since I bought it too. It's definitely made its money back, which is awesome. I did break my first classic, but Atari replaced it for free, which I'm greatly appreciated. How did you break the classic controller? I'm just interested, just so I can avoid doing that to mine. Of course, these might be really, really cheap really soon. I don't know. Sutherland has powered its navigation system to maximum. Awesome.
Planet Striel.
Striel. Yes, Striel.
Welcome to the briefing room.
There is a large weapons factory on this planet. Destroy it. I love simple goals like that.
You can put one weapon in each bay.
Oh, I still don't have the next weapon. What's your Facebook or Instagram handle? I'd like to see your work. And yeah, I definitely made my money back. So my Instagram handle, I always forget it, but it should be at Thorup William. It wants me to log in, of course. Give me a second. I'm gonna try pulling it up. Yeah, it's at Thorup William. That's my Instagram post. Honest answer, I'm obsessed with Tempest and Crystal Castle, and I got a little too excited. Yeah, that'll do it. You know, that's really cool with the rotary mechanism on it. I was playing in the VCS OS. I was playing Lunar Lander, and I never played that before. At least the original arcade version, and it was really cool to use the rotary as the your throttle control. Really cool. Really enjoyed that. I haven't played Tempest with it though. I bet it's great with Tempest, and it's probably really good with Crystal Castles. But yeah, so Thort William is my Instagram. Yeah. So back in 2016 I did, and this is kind of the Atari community, what they know me for is I did a book in 2016 that's just a collection. It's 31 illustrations that are all Atari related. So there's some Atari ST stuff, Atari 2600, Atari Lynx, Atari Jaguar. It's THORUP, Thorup William. Sorry, let me jump back over to that. So right here, I don't know how big that is on your screen, and I can't zoom in anymore. But yeah, and so I did 31 illustrations, and I do Atari related illustrations every once in a while, still. And I'm working on a book right now that will be, there's quite a bit of writing in it, but I'm planning on something like 75 full color illustrations that are Atari related somehow. A lot of them are related to the story itself, but there will be some Atari stuff in there as well, because the story is related. It's kind of this fictional world around Atari. It's kind of fan fiction a little bit. It's not on the nose, though, like most fan fiction. It's more symbolic in relation to video game collecting and stuff like that. And so, but it will have an Atari edge to it. But yeah, so there will be a lot more illustrations. I always sneak some sketches and stuff in there. I'm always playing with ideas, what if scenarios with Atari. But yeah, and so there's a lot of my personal work on there. I do have some of my work on there. It's harder to do that with motion graphics because a lot of my work is I do a lot of onboarding videos and a lot of animation there, and a lot of that can't be publicly posted outside the company I'm working for, and so. But yeah, and I'm careful to say fan fiction dataset user because I don't want it to be fan fiction. I'm trying to take an approach, a more, this sounds I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to take a more philosophical approach to the world of game collecting in general and deconstructing that a little bit in the story. Or I don't want to say deconstructing either. It's just it's commentary on it. And so but I use Atari because I have the nostalgia for it, and it's kind of checking my nostalgia as well. The story will be doing that, and so it kind of I want to avoid fan fiction, but just found you followed. Thanks for following. That is my handle. I'll look that up. Cool. Romantic Atari, where the logo falls in love with the Cybermorph girl. It's a bad joke, I know. Well, how did you know? How did you know that's the story I was gonna tell? I'm joking. No, gosh, I want to talk about it, but it's still kind of growing into its own thing. I do have enough that I could talk about it now, but it may change. So I'm kind of holding off until I feel a little more sure with the story. I'm about probably about 25% in writing my first draft. I want to get the first draft out. I'm gonna do another draft on it, and then that's when I'm gonna get some contacts I know who are authors. They're published authors. That have some level of success. I'm gonna pay them to review my manuscript and do some copy editing and stuff, and that's when I'll probably start talking about it, is once I have it in that process. So glad you're enjoying the VCS, Chris. I hope you pick one up in the future soon. Purchase new still. Indeed they can. The stores have been offering them a discount. Oh, the VCS is already on discount. Not a huge surprise. To tell you the truth, the way Atari handled this was slightly better than the Ouya, in my opinion. But it was probably financially quite a bit better because of the Atari name, if I had to imagine. And I can't think of anything terrible that Atari did besides the little fiasco with the guy who designed the console was apparently the same guy who worked on the Xbox in some form.
Good luck.
And so lead him, Will. Lead him. What I need is that rapid fire thing. Search underground for a blue security key. Oh, nice. Oh, the eye just increases what your radar picks up on.
Scanning.
Ah, that's what she says. Increase scanning or something. Man. I want to blow up more of those guys because I want the weapon upgrade. I assume the more you pick up of an upgrade that you don't have yet, the more likely you're going to get it. So you can mount it on your ship. Gotcha. There's our rapid fire. Wasted all that health. I
Rapid
probably
fire.
Okay, I just saw a huge group of enemies. Oh, it's probably these guys. So it looks like we need to find a red key. And there is... Oh, that's probably where it came in, huh? This stuff for later. Guess I could use drones for those guys too. I assume they'll be duped into... Let's try it. Nope, I don't think so. Press Production, thanks for coming, man. Have a good day. Hope to see you next time. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be programming. So I'll be working, programming, possibly painting some sprites and stuff too. Oh, I can't blow up. There we go. Gotcha. Is there anything on that train I want? Not really. It's kind of a waste of time. Okay, let's go underwater, see if we can find that key. Oh, there it is. How fortuitous.
Access code found.
Oh, submarines. Boom, and I'm dead. There goes my rapid fire. Whoa, there's another new one. Or wait, I think these guys were on the B level, weren't they? The B boss a few systems ago. Seems like they were. Okay, let's see if we can find that red. Ooh, there's some health there. Oh, it kept my rapid fire. I thought my rapid fire disappeared when I died. Maybe that was Cybermorph where they did that. Ugh. Man, I want these guys dead.
Shields move.
Gosh, nice, Will. Nice. Okay, there's something down here. Oh, a bunch of pickups. And another guy who's gonna steal all my stuff, and a missile launcher. We need help. Let's go back to that. There was a forest over here. So I can find that. Get that. Ugh, darn it. Try again. Oh, that's nice, and my rapid fire sticks around. I think the reason why they do that is that there's usually only one or two of those on a level, and so... Oh yeah, we need to find that shield. Let's find that shield. It's over here somewhere. I should go and kill this guy. Get my stuff back. Gotcha. Got my missiles back. maybe I should just follow the arrow. And hit all the buildings. Wait. Ugh! Come on! Come on! Take it! Thank you. Where'd you go? Kill ya. Guess I can just pick up some more missiles, but there we go. You can get around these mountains. I am flying around it. Ugh. Another one? Oh.
Shields low.
Yeah, I know.
Shields low.
Oh, is she gonna say that every time I get hit? Ugh. Only pick up one of those at a time. There's some weird delay. Gotcha.
Ammo low.
Okay, got the key. I know I've seen that dome. Just gotta find it. Oh, can't go in there. There's the base. Ah. Move this back. For a blue key. Was my key blue or red? I think it was red, wasn't it? Ugh. There we go. So, this is search underground, right? So there's probably a tunnel. You haven't seen a tunnel sequence in a while. That's right, this one came out in 1995, huh? I don't know, I don't think it's that ugly.
Ammo low.
Not that ugly. Oh, you know, following that yellow arrow might be the thing to do this time. Oh man, those missiles are nasty. Here? Nope. There's our tunnel. Okay. Before we go down, because I may die again, let's take a look. Okay, there's a gray road that leads to this, so we'll keep that in mind. Ooh. There's the blue key.
Access code.
Let's get out of here. Is it gonna open up? Oh, it just lets me in apparently. Yeah, I don't.
Shields low.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we can blow these all up. So we don't die here. You. Gotcha. Yeah, you know, compared to a lot of other games at the time, particularly on the Saturn, well, of course, I don't know Saturn is a good comparison because even the Saturn's early lifetime, a lot of games didn't even look this good. I mean, I love Panzer Dragoon, and I love the way it looks, but it honestly doesn't look that much better than this, aesthetically speaking. And again, this is all subjective. I think this game overall looks, the way I would put it, looks coherent. Where they use textures, it feels appropriate. Where they don't use textures, it doesn't feel appropriate. Like in this room, the repetition is a little ugly, but it isn't out of place either. So, looks fine. Whoever was designing this worked with what they had, and I think they did a pretty good job. I hate those things. I don't even know how to get rid of them. Maybe... No. I don't even know how. There. Gosh, can I get rid of them? I don't think I can.
Shields low.
Can I go out this way?
Shield.
Nope. Probably need a yellow key, and I'm dead. Does anybody know how to get rid of those guys? I almost want to look at the manual. Okay, follow this gray road. Goes. Oh, here's the other tunnel. It's right at the beginning. Hey, yellow key. We're probably coming at it from the other direction. Yep. Okay, so we don't need to go this direction now. These tunnels are interesting. These really dark tunnels are kind of fun. Okay, we have a key that we need. We need to find where that shield is being charged again. It's across the ocean. I have lost 3 lives on this level. This level's been rough. Okay, there's a red shield. Ooh, what's that? Huh. That was cool.
Extra ammo.
Extra ammo. What does that mean? Oh, did it just add a bunch of ammo to all my slots? I didn't notice. I'm meandering. Where is... Got the red shield. Okay, that's just the portal. Not worried about that. We need to go to wherever this yellow... Okay, there we go. And go find the battery thing. Done. Fly back. Where are you? Ooh, I love that skull logo. That's really cool.
Let's go home.
Let's go home. Let's do that. We haven't found an extra life, but I'm out of here. We'll find more on some of the other planets. Oh, we are time-wise not doing as good as I thought. Okay, yeah, we don't need to watch that. You have halted production of weapons in this cluster. Oh, good.
Planet Raisin.
A raisin.
Welcome.
It looks like a raisin. Our engineers have located another weapon stolen by the Paranesians. Recover 2 of the fragments from the planet. The problem with the Jaguar games, lack of budget or data space, because of the cartridge. If Alien vs. Predator launch game Jaguar's history might be different. Yeah, you know, I think if Tempest 2000 was a launch title, it would have been quite a bit different. And that game did not require a whole lot of memory and didn't have a lot of textures and stuff like that, but it had a great soundtrack, great gameplay. It's a good game. But it probably had a big budget too, because they saw Jeff, what he was doing, and he did a great job. I don't know though. I'd have to go take a look. But most of what you said I agree with. I think budget makes a huge difference. I believe Alien vs. Predator 2 was planned to be a CD release. I think that's the rumor, at least. And that game would have been quite a bit different with a CD release. I think you could have had more atmospheric music, could have had more textures. And if we had gotten that game at the time, which it probably would have been like 1996 by that point, it would have been a faster game and a far better looking game. But you're right. I think everybody was they were just a little too late to the show, to tell you the truth. They were trying to rush things, and that ended up hurting them in the long run. But yeah, like Tempest 2000, if that was a launch title, that would have been awesome. Iron Soldier, same thing. If that was a launch title, I think that really would have made a difference. Alien vs. Predator, of course, if that was a launch title, it would have made a big difference. I think if Cybermorph was Battlemorph, that would have made a huge difference, because Cybermorph isn't that bad of a game. Like, mechanically speaking, it's there. The gameplay's there. The problem is the variety in gameplay. They're basically repeating the same types of levels over and over and over again, and just padding out gameplay, and it was obvious. And the other issue that Cybermorph had as a launch title was Star Fox. There were people, I don't want to say a lot, but there were people comparing it to Cybermorph to Star Fox at the time, almost like they were expecting a Star Fox clone on the Jag. I think it's safe to say that there's some inspiration for from Star Fox, obviously, but their intention for the gameplay, I don't think they were going for a Star Fox game. Obviously, it wasn't an on-rails shooter, and so, yeah, they definitely could have made some better decisions up front. But again, I wasn't there, and what choices they could make, what was available to them at the time, I don't know. So what I default to is they were working with what they had, and it just wasn't enough.
That's the spirit. Load weapons onto your war.
Launch.
War Griffon ready for launch.
Of course, by that time, Atari was making all sorts of... They'd been making bad decisions long before that, and good decisions too. Like, an obvious one was like the Atari ST in '85 having MIDI out on it. That didn't propel it to the head of the market, but it for music creators, that was a huge deal, and they cornered that market, music creation. Or there's probably a better word for that, but they cornered the market for musicians, for composers, for a long time. And we got, I know for composers, programs like Cubase, they wouldn't be musicians, they wouldn't be composers at all without that program, and that started on the ST. So the Jag doesn't have that as strong as a legacy as I think the ST does, but there are some things that the Jaguar pioneered that we still see today. For example, the VLM, the virtual light machine on the Jaguar CD. Visualizers. It wasn't the first to do that. There was a visualizer Atari did beforehand, but that kind of brought it into the mainstream, a software level visualizer, which you then began to see very soon after in things like Windows Media Player and Winamp and other applications. And I'm sure people were dabbling with that, but I really think the VLM kind of made it something that was worth selling to people for well over a decade. I think there was a visualizer on the Xbox 360, if I remember correctly. You don't see them as often anymore, but and that's because everybody just streams their music now, and it's in the background. But back in the day when people actually sat down and listened to music, visualizers were pretty important. Once the force field is down, look underwater for a tunnel. Good. We will do that. Hint. Not this time. These towers look suspicious, don't they? Oh, this cool, like, skull logo they have. kind of reminds me of if you're into Star Trek, it kind of reminds me of the Cardassians insignia that they wear on their uniforms. That shape. I saw that little thing that sticks to you again. I'll make sure he died. There we go. He's dead. Oh, what are these purple squares? Gotcha. Gotcha. See if we can get these guys with missiles from a distance. Yeah. There's that. And there's one more up here. You know, programming cartridge games, which is what I've done so far. The game I'm currently working on, I'm already hitting that 6 megabyte limit. I'm getting close to it anyways, and so I'm a little concerned I'm going to run out of room. I kind of wish there was another 1 or 2 megabytes. That would be awesome. And so I do agree that the cartridge space was an issue. Of course, having that,
Rapid
you know,
fire.
ROM, I'm sure prices were pretty hefty for that stuff, and I know Atari was trying to keep their costs as low as possible for the Jag. So underwater for a tunnel. So again, it comes back to what I was saying. I wasn't there to make those decisions, and I'm sure at the time those decisions felt really logical. There's a lot of these guys. I'm shooting a lot, not hitting anything. There we go. There we go.
Shields low.
And there goes my missiles. There's some suicide drones. Gosh, there we go. Got it back.
Shields low.
Let this guy get me again. Oh, that's what that pickup in the last level did. Is now I can collect up to 30 of everything. Now there's some health. Whoa, that's cool. Kill this fool. Got him. This is really interesting. Can't blow those up. I wonder why they would have this. Come on. There's the pickup. Nice.
Weapon fragment.
Oh, did it say how many fragments I needed to pick up? I think it was 4, right? Can't remember. Gonna get my missiles back. I need those. Gotcha. Pick up this again. Okay. we've got a weapon fragment. Let's see if we can fly around these mountains. Gosh, there's a lot of these guys. It's funny that they shoot this purple weapon, but the weapon they drop is like a flamethrower thing, and they don't use that. Or the ammo, anyways. Okay, there's our key.
Access code found.
Wonder why they aren't going after the drone. That's interesting. Okay, we got the key. Is this water? Yeah, it is water. Oh no, it's not. Hey, there's a fast shot.
Rapid fire.
Okay, so we need to go underwater now. Just gotta find the water. Well, this should open for me, right? Yeah. Okay, that's going through the mountain. Let's see if we can locate that. Is it going through the mountain? Yeah. Let's see if we can get around it. Oh wait, there's the water. So we probably need to just go down here somewhere. Oh. I was kind of expecting, oh, there's the tunnel. There's a button. I do not like the acceleration in the tunnels. I think that's what they could have worked. What? Stupid things again. Let's see if we can get out. There we go. Okay, ready, go. Nope, still hit it. Let's see if I can time this. Nope. Well, one more hit and I'm
Shields
gone.
low.
Yep, thanks, Skylar. This tunnel is heavily defended. We will destroy. We will make our way through it though, even if we have to spend another life. And of course, everything's here to take the stuff.
Shields low.
And there's a bunch of turrets. We're gonna try that again. Find that body of water. There it is. Tunnel's right over here. Full speed. Yes, yes. Nice. Great timing. Okay.
Let's go home.
Okay, I only needed to get 2 pieces, it looks like. See if we can get our stuff back. I don't know if I need to do this, but I don't want to risk losing my missiles. I kind of like those. And we're going to have a new weapon after this level, which is cool. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, ouch, ouch. There we go. The timing wasn't so good that time. Get out of here before he shoots us down. There we go. No extra life on that level either. I guess I should go take a look around, but because I don't think we're gonna make it. We'll see.
Welcome back. You have found
Looks
a
like
weapon
the fragments are for a heat-based weapon. Only 2 more parts are needed. Oh, we only have 50% of it. Great. That means there's gonna be another level.
Planet Charnel.
Cornell.
Welcome to the briefing.
Another abandoned detonator has been located. Set it off to eliminate another Pernician base of operations. Great. Another countdown timer. Guess I need to turn off the FMVs. I'm skipping them anyways. It's cool that this game has an option to skip the FMVs. That was rare back in the day.
Good luck.
Like a permanent turn off for FMVs. Ooh, the plants are different on this level. Oh, these mines. Don't know why I'm blowing them up. Just there. Haha. Gotcha. Yeah, those suicide guys, they are bane of my existence. Oh, lots of missiles. Come on. Give some of this health while we're here. There we go. Ah, there's our rapid fire. Let's try to not lose a life this level.
Rapid fire.
Of course they're gonna make you go fast inside of a tunnel with mines. Ooh, underwater. Should we go check out what's above? Oh, we can't go above. You know what I should do? We should blow up some of these bases. It's my guess is that there's a extra life around here somewhere. None here though. None here. I thought these things were deactivated and that they were going to activate after we destroyed the detonator. See if I can kill this tank. He's going to keep bugging us. Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm guessing we're going to have to fly all the way back here. So we kind of have to keep track of where we're going. Is this going to open? Yep, there we go. Oh, I was probably supposed to blow that up. Oh, man.
Shields
You
low.
know what I should do? I should go back, get the health. That's what a smart person would do. Because there's lots of health back here. And one more. There we go. Okay. The tunnels are cool though. They're simple, but they are fun to watch. I like how even in the tunnel, those suicide guys, they kind of try to flank you. even though there's like no room to actually flank. I'm not gonna let one of those sticky things get me again. Come on. There we go. There's no space. There we go. Guess I should do mines for these guys. There's a key. Ah, they hid that key, man. Did a good job hiding it too.
Access code found.
Oh,
Shields low.
oh, I'm dying. It's red water. That's why I'm
Shields
dying.
low.
Darn it. Missile. There. Well, it looks like
Shields low.
probably not going to make it unless I happen to run into some health here. Come on. You. Oh, they're gonna run us through another speed trap thing. That's the one thing about this game I don't. These little speed things. I think they're kind of out of place. Not coherent. See if we can cancel it out here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, am I dying here? Can I leave? I can't, and I'm being chased. This is probably what the mines are for. Let's try dropping some mines. See if that helps. Avoid dying here. Get this fool.
Shields low.
Huh, one more hit, and then I'm dead. Hey, there's a yellow key. At least this water isn't killing me.
Access code found.
If I don't find some health, I won't be able to get back, though. Of course, maybe dying might be the best way to get back to the start. Hey, there's some health. And another death trap. Do you have all three keys? Keys yet? Key colors match C colors. Oh, I probably have to go all the way back to the start to get the last key. Ha! Not this time. Okay, so we can get this one. We're probably gonna have to go all the way back to the start to get the other one. Great. Guess I shouldn't be picking those up since it doesn't matter if I pick them up. Wow, there's some nasty turrets over here. There's our extra
Extra
life.
ship.
Nice. Get rid of these fools. Don't need to worry about those. Yeah, we can't open this blue shield. So, we need to travel all the way back to the beginning. Because I think there's some blue water at the beginning. Is there anything interesting? Ooh, what's this? That's kind of cool looking.
Cloaking down.
Cloaking? Huh. Something was being cloaked, apparently. Okay, let's make our way back. See if we can find the blue key. Oh, close. Ooh, slow down. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely going to be taking this path
Shields
back.
draining.
Oh, she does warn you that your shields are draining. Okay, there's a key around here somewhere. It's not on the obvious path. Oh, no, come back. There we go. That's not it. It's up here. Something's, I don't know. Well, I don't see a blue key. Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's head back.
Access code found.
I think this is the right direction. I think. Got a little bit turned around. Should be red water. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, nice. Grab some health here. I imagine there will be considerable opposition when I drop that barrier. There are a few songs from this soundtrack that I do listen to on a regular basis. I don't know the names of them though. I need to look those up. Okay, we got missile launchers. Let's launch a few drones. Blow these guys up. Got them. Let's go look around before we call it good. Before we set off the detonator. In case there are some extra lives around here somewhere. Oh, I think we got the one extra life. Oh no, there's the main base. So you can just fly around back to the entrance. Cool. So we just need to blow this up. Like that. And turn around
Countdown initiated.
like this. Oh, I don't want to stick around there too long. There we go, we made it. I wonder if you could get back in time backtracking in the water areas. Might have to try that. Yeah, Social Gamer, they are expensive, unfortunately.
Welcome back.
A year ago they were about $800, but I think they're going for about $1,000 now. So, and good luck getting one that works. And if you get one that doesn't work, good luck finding someone who can service it. Yeah, they are. The only reason I have CD units is they're the ones that were purchased back in the 90s. I think I may have gotten another one between 1995 and now. And it was part of a lot, but it was expensive. I can't remember exactly how much. You had the chance to buy one sealed and boxed for 400. That's a great, well, not a great deal, but relatively a great deal. Would this game work on the game drive? So I have tried this one on the game drive, and it seems like you can get into the game. The issue with it is it's always streaming music off the CD, and I imagine that's still an issue with the game drive, constantly streaming assets off of the CD. It seems like, and I could be misremembering here, but it seems like it would crash randomly depending on if it was loading a song or whatever, but I think you can get into gameplay. I hope I'm not misremembering that. It seems like it will boot. Unlike Highlander, I think Highlander just gets to the Atari license logo and then it stops, which, interestingly enough, that's what it does in Virtual Jaguar as well. Yeah, Cybermorph isn't terrible. It isn't as fun as this, and I don't think it's as big. There's not as much variety in Cybermorph, but it's not a bad game. Like, it isn't a terrible game. It's not a great game, but it isn't terrible. Okay, do you happen to know if Songbird is still working on it? I hope they're working on a cart-only version of this game. I would love to have a cart version of this game. The biggest hurdle with a cart version is the music. You would have to completely tear it out. And at that point, you pretty much have Cybermorph with a little more variety. So, I like Cybermorph too. I enjoy playing it. Again, not the greatest game. I'm not going to say it's a work of art, but it's not terrible either. There is some fun to be had there. But yeah, I hope Carl is working on a Songbird or I hope Carl is working on a cartridge version. Music is a big deal. I know. It'd be cool to commission somebody who does mod music to recreate the songs in some form, specifically for the cart version. That would be awesome. Was it so hard? What's so hard about repairing a Jag CD? I can't tell you because I don't service them myself, but I think what's hard about it is the cost, first of all. So there's not many of them around, and so there aren't a lot of people who are experienced in servicing them, simply because there aren't a lot of them. I think you can get... Is it something more than the CD units? No, and I was just about to say, I think you can get the CD units still. Something particular about the Jaguar is the power requirements for the laser. They aren't high, and you would think that wouldn't be a problem, but most CD units have a higher power consumption, from what I understand. I'm drawing on just conversations here. I'm not an expert in this. And so you need a low powered laser, first of all, so it isn't drawing too much power from the Jag. And that may be it. The only other thing that is sensitive on it is the button. I've heard of the button breaking for people. It's kind of fragile, and so as long as you take care of that, it shouldn't be an issue though. But Saturn, Sega CD, and PS1 units aren't too bad getting parts. And I imagine the Jaguar is probably in the same boat. Oh, I think I heard something along those lines. Yeah, so there is a power thing, I'm pretty sure. That is something to look out for when you're replacing that. And there's probably a workaround, I imagine. You could probably add some resistors and stuff like that to fix that. I'm not an expert in this at all, but I imagine there's a way that you could adjust the power levels outside of the CD unit itself to be compatible with the Jag. I just don't know how much work that would be. But yeah, and then there are some fragile parts on the CD itself. It seems like the spindle might be an issue too, because gosh, it seems like somebody was talking about that on the forums at one point too, but I don't remember. I'm not gonna go dig in that hole. Gosh, do I want to do one more level? Kind of do.
Planet Backup.
Oh, great! We had 2 other planets show up, or at least 1 other planet.
Can't lure. Tracker.
You know what? We're gonna call it good for today, and we'll pick up on this again next week. But you know, you probably could, and you may have some success. Yeah, and that's the other cool thing about plastic nowadays is you can just 3D print parts. So, and fairly accurately too, and parts that will hold up for a long time. Probably better than the original parts in some ways. But yeah, CD units, I've been very fortunate. All the CD units I've gotten have worked. I have one that makes a clicking sound, but I believe that's just the rod, the drive that it goes on. It probably just needs to be lubricated. Yeah, the desperation is real. Yeah, and the Jag CD this is why I'm really glad that something like the Jag GD will more than likely have full CD support here in the future. Is there's only 13 official games, but yeah, no worries about missing the stream. I'm glad you stopped by. Want to make sure that I'm chatting with people about this stuff. This is there's not a lot of people even talking about this stuff outside of Atari Age, and so I think it's kind of nice to have a face that you can talk to about this little Jag world we live in. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I have one of my drives clicks, but it works fine. It seems to work fine. I need to find somebody who's done service for CD units before and talk to them about that and see if that's a problem that's going to become more of a problem later on. But yeah, back to the Jag GD. There's only 13 official games, and so to even own a Jag CD is kind of it's not very attractive because there's not much you can do with it. To tell you the truth. And Battlesphere, Iron Soldier 2. Is there anything else worth looking at? Let's go take a look. Atari. Oh, come on. Why isn't my keyboard working? Atari Jaguar CD games list. Oh, some people would argue Primal Rage is a good game. I've never liked Primal Rage, to tell you the truth. Zoom out on this. Space Ace. And that's about it. Myst is a good game, but Myst is on everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a list. Oh, Hover Strike. Hover Strike isn't bad. It doesn't run as good as it probably should, but it's not a bad game. So there's 4 or 5 games that are worth having. Oh, and World Tour Racing. That one is a good one as well. It's a fun racing game. Has some frame rate issues, but it's good. And I replayed Highlander recently, and yes, it's not mechanically comfortable. The game isn't comfortable, but it's kind of fun. I enjoy it. There are times where you're fighting the game rather than the enemies in the game, like with the controls. The last time I played it, and I tried reproducing this, but yeah, there's only a handful of officially released games. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13 official games. And then there's been a lot of homebrew. But a lot of the homebrew that's been released over the years, you can get on cartridge now. Or just download a ROM because it's public domain. Or at least freely available. You don't have to pirate it. Anyways, and so you're not missing out on a lot of homebrew anymore either because it's been re-released on cartridges. Which is interesting. You'd think it would be more expensive to release on cartridges, and maybe it is. I know Reboot's been doing compilations of some homebrew that's been released on CD previously, but anyways, and so there just isn't a huge incentive to even have a CD unit, except for one thing, and I may start doing this on the stream again. Is last year, before the stream started, I always had the VLM running with some music that I could play legally on YouTube. So the VLM is the one thing that hasn't been emulated yet. I imagine that eventually the Jag GD will have some emulation for the CD BIOS or whatever it's called. I don't know if that could be considered a BIOS. It's probably just a baked-in program. So until then, that is the one thing that I'd say it's worth getting a Jaguar CD for. Now, is it worth $1,000? I would say no, unless you're listening to a lot of music and you want a cool visualizer for that outside of your normal PC, something dedicated for that. The Jaguar is there for that. For its sliver of time, I would say it was powerful. The tools weren't there for developers to take advantage of that up front, and I think in the end that's what made it suffered. I think, somebody made the argument. It was a YouTube video that came out recently. I would pay $100K for the honor and display. It is pretty cool. So I've actually family parties because of my brothers. They bought this system. We all have nostalgia. I have quite a few brothers. We have a lot of nostalgia for this system. And so Christmas parties, Thanksgiving parties, I'll be asked sometimes, hey, can you bring the Jag and just hook it up with the BLM and we'll play some Christmas music on it? And people like to, so it's interesting watching the Melto Vision with Christmas music, but it's enjoyable. It is, I have made an effort to get the most out of it because they are just so expensive now. And the day will come where my CD units won't work, and so I have to make a decision: do I pay money to get them fixed, or do I just let them be and be thankful for the time I had with them? So, but yeah, it's fun. I do like the Jag CD. What would be cool is if somebody could figure out a way. Because I believe there were plans, and it's in the BIOS. Again, this may just be a rumor, but I could have sworn somebody did a paper on this. And they did some archaeology on the CD BIOS, and there is code for analog for doing analog display. Sorry, 1 second. I thought I heard an echo. Make sure. Okay, yeah, just want to make sure that the audio is fine. Anyways, there's in the code. There's code to process an analog audio signal. And have it drive the visualizer. If you could figure out some way to add some hardware to the CD unit, you'd be able to hook up like a record player or cassette player for the time, right? Or an outside CD player. And so it'd be cool if somebody could figure out how to activate that code inside. It may already be activated. I don't know. But make that code accessible on a cartridge. Bake the VLM to a cartridge, and you put the cartridge in a Jaguar without the CD unit, and so you have the VLM, and then you create some sort of analog input, audio input hookup. I don't know if you can do that through the serial port or something. I guess it turns into a digital signal through there. So I'm not sure how you'd do it, but there's probably a way to do it if the code's there. Anyways, that may just be a rumor, though. It seemed like there was a. Let's see if we can find it. CD. Atari Jaguar CD BIOS analog input. Is that how you spell analog? No, it doesn't have any. It seemed like somebody did a paper on it, and you actually had to pay money for it because it was a college student's research paper. Huh. I know I've seen it before. I may have to dig that up and talk about it here on the stream. Maybe I'll have to pay money for it. Trying to remember how I even found it. I probably had a Google alert or something. Atari Age, right? I need to spend more time on the forums. Atari Age. Yeah, Atari Age is the place to go, for sure, for Jaguar conversations. There's always somebody talking about something over there. Awesome. Yeah, I'm running the OSSC with SCART RGB on my Jag, and it is beautiful. Like the HDMI output is incredible on that thing, and so you can. I'm trying to remember. Oh, and then I'm going through just an AverMedia. A little AverMedia HDMI capture box. That's how I'm doing it. If I had a more expensive AverMedia, I'd probably get an even better picture. I've noticed that there's some weird, on certain edges with certain colors, there's some weird, like highlighting going on, and so a better box would be better. With the Tink 5X with SCART. Yeah, that's another good solution. It's the latest update added so many options. There's just so many options for clean RGB nowadays, and it's cool that the Jag even has a solution for that. There it is. Found it. Hacking Jeff Minter's virtual light machine. Foreshadowing and purpose and execution, the music visualizers that were widely distributed with software media players during the early 2000s. Jeff Minter's virtual light machine, VLM, was distributed in the firmware of the commercially unsuccessful Atari Jaguar CD games console. But yeah, I upgraded 4K 60 capture card. Yeah, and I've been thinking about getting a really nice capture card, but they are pretty darn expensive. I may need to save my pennies for that. The AverMedia, the reason why I like the AverMedia boxes is because of how portable they are, and right now I have to be kind of portable with my setup, and so it's nice because I have my whole capture setup inside of one box, and I can plug it into pretty much any computer and capture. And yes, it isn't as good as it can get, but it's good enough for streams. So, but yeah, once I get more stationary in my lifestyle, it would be awesome to have just a dedicated capture card. Yeah, they make great capture devices. AverMedia is a good brand. I have an old, as a backup, I have an old Hodgepodge card that has S-Video. And it does an okay job. It's nowhere near as good as what I'm getting, but I have it there as a backup, and I've been thinking about doing a stream with multiplayer Doom, and so we may use it for that. I got to talk somebody into waking up as early as me, though, to do that stream. So we may be doing some co-op Doom and watching that game crash over and over and over again. We'll see. Okay, the following year, Minter published Shaq's Quick Intro to VLM Hacking, an online guide describing how to customize the visualizer's 81 graphical presets that revealed a hidden menu in the software. Oh yeah, that's right, you can. There's some cool Easter eggs in the VLM. Man, I need to do a stream on that. So the upscaling is happening on the Tink. That's cool, because it seemed like most upscalers, they just had one or two settings for the upscale, and then you had to do everything in software after that. And so you're inevitably going to get some unsharpness in the image once you do that. But Minter's software work, not widely known outside of the community of video game historians and enthusiasts, deserves inclusion in a broader history of consumer music visualization technology. I draw on born digital primary sources, including newsgroup posts, web pages, and original code for the VLM itself, to understand the extent to which the practices explicitly and implicitly endorsed by Minter are congruent with our contemporary understanding of hacking. Yeah, and so you have to pay money for this. And I'm not sure, oh yeah, maybe the outline. Points of reference. Total customization. I'm trying to figure out where I learned full text. Anyways, I know it's this paper though that talks about it at some point. Oh, FPGA. Nice. So that's why it works so well, is that they can customize the FPGA for specific signals and everything. That makes sense. That's cool though. That's really cool. Those Tinks are probably pretty expensive, aren't they? $5X Pro Retro. Yeah, $300. It's pretty darn expensive. But it's a very simple solution. Simple and good solution for that. Has deinterlacing built in, so the deinterlacing is probably amazing on that as well. Polyphase scaling, high quality polyphase scaling at both integer and non-integer factors for sharp pixels without shimmer. That's cool. Seamless handling of resolution switches. Now that's a big deal, because there are games that have resolution switches, and I've been wanting to test out. So there's one game I know that does a resolution switch on the Jag, and that's iWar. The intro screen is high resolution, I'm pretty sure. So I don't even know if that would work with my OSSC. That may be one game I can't stream, at least not through RGB. I may have to do S-Video on that without a Retro Tink 5X Pro. Composite SCART adapter. Oh, that's nice. $300. That's cool though. anyways, man, maybe I'll purchase this paper and read through it and do some commentary on it. Gosh, I could have sworn that they had something here. Iman Bell. He's only done the one volume. Anyways, I'm going to call it a day. Let me pull up my outro script here. So thanks for joining me for today's stream. Tomorrow I'll be doing some programming. Until then, and to be notified, please like and subscribe. I know that is kind of an annoying thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. I'm trying, one of my main goals doing this is not only to shine a brighter light on the Jag itself and the community, but to also build my audience. I again, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm working on a book, and I want to make sure I have an audience to sell to for that book. There's no sense in writing a book unless somebody reads it. And I'm hoping to share more about that book in the future. And I have my games coming up too. I'm still working on my Jag games. Those haven't taken a back seat. It's just finding time for them. So thanks, Dataset User. Thanks for joining me, and Social Gamer. Thanks for joining me as well. But yeah, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I'm gonna try to post there more often. I try to set up some automated posts for important news items around Atari and the Jaguar, and so I need to get back on the ball with that, but definitely going to start doing that more. And like mentioned before and earlier in the stream, you can follow me on Instagram at ThorupWilliam, where I post artwork. I'm hoping, I haven't posted in a while. I've been building up some content so I can post consistently for about a year. Again, this is part of it, just building an audience as well for future work, so I can keep doing this Jag stuff. So but anyways, again, thanks for joining me. If there's anybody else lurking on the stream, thanks for joining us. But yeah, Dataset User, Social Gamer, and Gels the Man Gets the Man, thanks for joining as well if you're still here. It's good to see you, good to talk to you. Lee, if you're still here, thanks for joining as well. And we will see you again tomorrow morning.